Hi everyone, it's Emily here at Textile Express and I'm in the curtain room today to go through one of our latest collections from iLiv, which is the gorgeous Babooshka collection. So this, just to give you a bit of an idea, it's a really gorgeous, colourful collection and it's taken inspiration from 60s and 70s music festivals. So there's loads of gorgeous prints, a really retro vibe throughout the collection, but then the colourings that they've used are all really fresh and modern to put a bit of a modern twist on it. So as you can see, as I flip through the books, there's loads of really gorgeous designs and they're on a variety of base cloths from BCI cotton, so that's the sustainable cotton, the better cotton initiative, up to weaves and then also velvets. So I will pick through some of the collection that we have in stock. We can obviously get in any of the designs that are in the book, so if you've seen perhaps one of their advertisements in a magazine or something like that and we don't have that design here, give us a call or send us a message because we'll be able to get any of the designs from that book in stock for you. So I'll start with the sort of hero design to the range, I guess. So the collection is Babooshka and this design here is Babooshka, and it's on a really nice, quite heavyweight velvet. It's a slightly different quality to, if you've seen iLiv fabrics before, it's a different quality velvet. They've gone for a heavier weight, more luxurious velvet, and it's in a few different colours, but this is the tapestry colourway. So slightly confusing and slightly odd name for the colour, I think, but it's definitely the colourway. It's not a tapestry fabric, it's this beautiful velvet that's got a really gorgeous drape. It's quite a large design, so it would look really great on big windows, but they've also used it for upholstery in their advertisements and mail campaign. So we'll share a picture of that because the chairs look stunning with this design sort of centered. And with being a polyester velvet, it's got a really high rub test. I think it's about 100,000 on the Martindale. So super duper hard wearing, but also got that lovely drape if you didn't want to use it for upholstery and you wanted to use it for curtains or blinds instead. So yeah, that is the Babooshka in the tapestry colourway. And then this design is called Stardust. It's something that iLiv are really good at. In any of their collections, they always include a smaller sort of coordinate design. And this, we've decided to stock in 3 colours. So this is the hot pink, and then we've also got the chili colourway and the malachite colourway. So the chili there has the blues and the red colours in it. So it's really nice and would also work well in sort of coastal homes. It's got those sort of the nice reds and blue colours. So even though it's quite a retro design, I think it could look really nice as part of a coastal theme. And then this malachite colourway, which was one of our favourite colourways from the collection, and we've purchased a few fabrics in this colourway. So it's this really gorgeous green colour, really nice, sort of a jadey colour, very pretty. So again, it's got a rub test of about 20,000. So it's a multi-purpose cloth. You could use it for curtains, or obviously being a smaller scale design, it lends itself very well to Roman blinds or cushions. But again, taking inspiration from iLiv themselves, they've used it as a headboard, and that looks really stunning with perhaps a contrasting piping, or picking out one of the colours from the design. So say if you went for this hot pink colourway, then you could put the orange piping with it, which would look really good fun. Also would look great for cushions to mix in with a few of the other designs. Just nice to have this smaller scale coordinate as part of the collection. All of those, I should say, are on the BCI cotton. So that's the Better Cotton initiative. So that's making sure that the cotton is produced in a more sustainable way, but also that there's fairer pay. And also just lots and lots of bonus points. The way that the crop is grown, everything is done in a more sustainable and more environmentally friendly way, and more supportive to the farmers. So it's a really good thing to support. So look out for that BCI logo online. Other cottons in the collection that are on the BCI There's this design, which is the Rhapsody. So again, this is the malachite colorway. So it sits very nicely with the Stardust that I had out before. It's a pretty design. It, again, would work for anything you fancy really. Perhaps smaller curtains, being a smaller design, but then equally it would still look stunning in a longer drop. So that's a really pretty design. It's sort of got this trellis feature running through it, and I mean, I see it as a floral, perhaps not everyone does, but I would say this was still sort of like a floral trellis design, very pretty with the nice muted pinks and sort of corally colours mixed in with the green. I think that's a really nice combination, and we're seeing a lot of those sort of tones coming in. So it's very nice pairing design to go with that Stardust malachite that we've pulled out there. The other colourway that we really liked in the collection were these navy blues and the reds, and also these royal blues. So we'll just stick with the BCI cottons first. So this is the Maharishi. So again, very pretty floral design. Really nice handle to these cottons. So it's a cotton sort of half Panama. It's not very easy to do it this way around, but they drape very nicely, they move very nicely. And they're pretty easy to sew with. So if you're, I don't know, new to sewing, or you're trying perhaps to make a cushion or something like that for the first time, it's a great place to start is with a cotton Panama, because they won't move too much when you come to sew them. They don't stretch or anything like that. So a nice simple starter project. Now, another new base cloth that they've used is this cotton sateen. So it's more expensive than the BCI cotton that I showed you, but it's got this really gorgeous sateen finish, so a slight shine to it, without being sort of reflective and really shiny. And it is this stunning design. So when I had this out to photograph it, it was getting lots and lots of comments. So gorgeous design, this really strong sort of cobalt royal blue, and then again these rusty colours, which is a really nice combination. And you'll see it's got almost, not a stripe, but almost like a stripe to it. It's quite a stunning design. Would look gorgeous in long curtains. You can imagine it when it's all gathered up, would look absolutely stunning. And like I say, it's got this really nice cotton sateen finish, which is quite unusual. We don't see a lot on this base cloth. It's a really high quality base cloth, and it just reflects the light really nicely. So that one is called the Psychedelia, and I will check the colourway for you now because I'm not 100% sure on the colourway. So the Psychedelia in the petite colourway. Now, as always, you can order free samples of all of these online, and if there are any others in the collection that you also like the look of, then we can get samples of those for you as well. Oh, sorry, running out of breath doing too much talking. The Summer Tapestry is the last sort of printed design that we have as part of the collection. This is printed, again, it's on 100% cotton, but it's like a slubby cotton, so it's got a little bit more texture to it. You may have to do some close-ups of these so that you can see them a bit better. But if you want to have a look at the closer detail, have a look on the individual listings, because you'll be able to see the exact quality of the cloth on there. So this is on, I would say, an off-white background, and it's a really pretty fresh design, again with the nice blues and this sort of pinky red, but I think this off-white background just makes it perfect for spring and summer. It's a really nice, vibrant, fresh design. So if you've got quite a dark room and you wanted to add a bit more colour and add a bit more lightness to the room, something like this would be a great choice for curtains or blinds. Or again, it can also be used for upholstery too. Finally, as like a complementing design to the collection, some of you may be familiar with it already, but they have released some new colours of the Summit. So Summit is this really cool textured herringbone. We've run it in about 3 or 4 colours for a couple of years now, but they've done these new fresh colours. So in stock we've carried the navy, and then also a colour called squash, which is a really lovely like burnt orange rusty colour. So I'm thinking about making some cushions in that for my own sofa because it's really, really gorgeous. Just try and find it in the book to show you because I didn't have room to bring them all out on the table because we were getting quite full already. But yeah, that is the squash colourway. So it sits really nicely with what they call the batik colourway, which is these blues that run through the collection. And again, it's suitable for upholstery. I think this one has a 40,000 rub test. And it's just a really nice, heavy, textured herringbone. Great for curtains if you don't want something that's entirely plain but equally don't want any really strong pattern. Something like a herringbone is a really, really nice solution to that. Or perhaps as a complementing blind. So perhaps if you were looking at something like this summer tapestry design, then it could work really well to pull out one of the summits to use perhaps as a blind, and then something like this as the curtains. So you could combine it with either of these two colours and it would just look stunning, I think. So curtains, blinds in this, or like I said before, perhaps like a selection of scatter cushions. But iLiv do a really, really nice job of putting together room sets for their promotional images. So we'll share some of those to hopefully give you some inspiration as well, because they really are beautiful and they use the fabric in all sorts of ways. So they use them for lampshades, upholstery. They've used one on a dressmaking dummy, which looks stunning. You know, great for bags, all sorts of things you can use your textiles for. And if you want inspiration for anything like that, then check out our tutorial section on our website because there's lots of ideas on there if you're thinking, I love that fabric, but I just don't know what to use it for. So make sure you check that out. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you like the Babooshka collection as much as we do, and we'll see you again soon with one of our other new ranges.